So I'm just going to flip to my, like I said, my tenant's insurance. Okay, so I need all this info. I'm on my tenant's chart. We need $90,000, right? So I'm going to find where $90,000 is. What's the problem here?
It doesn't go to 90.
It's off the charts, right? Okay, so comprehensive. So I'm looking at this column at least. I know I'm looking at this column. And a 200 deductible. So, I'm gonna flip up here, okay? So he wants $90,000 worth of insurance. Comprehensive, 200 deductible. Okay, so here we go. It says this chart only goes up to $75,000, and it does say for each additional $1,000, I have to add $5.50. Okay, so this is just a per thousand thing. We've done that before with our mortgage payments. So Jinwoo's insurance, I'm just going to do it here. Will cost, this is as complex as tenant's insurance would get. Okay, it says the coverage amount for $75,000 will cost him $454, and then for each additional $1,000 I have to add on this amount. So for the first $75,000, the cost is $454. Okay? Now, how much extra does he want? For the extra insurance, okay, what did he want? He wanted $90,000. So how much extra is that? $90,000, $15,000? Is that you, Mike? Thank you. Okay. Total. Okay, so what do I have here? I have these two amounts, right? 454 plus 8250. I got 536. Yeah. Okay. So that's how I calculate that extra amount, right? Just because when you go off the charts, you have to calculate your extra amount. All right, the problem is though, now he wants a 200 deductible, right? For a 200 deductible, there is a 10% extra charge. Okay? Because it says for 200 deductible, increase the premium by 10%. So this is how much the premium is right now. So how do I add on 10%? Well, very similar to how I added on my 7%. Remember from the previous question when we just wanted to increase the whole amount by adding the 7% on? We're going to use this same technique. Okay, so insurance charge or insurance premium, that's what they call the insurance charge, the premium, for a $200 deductible is, okay, so I have $536.50 times, okay, I'm adding that 10% on, right? But if I want it to subtotal and get the actual final amount, it's going to be 536.50 times 1.10, and then that gives me 590.15. And then the very last thing is adding on the GST. or sorry, the PST, I'm sorry, PST, not GST. So 590.15 times 1.07. Your insurance questions will always end in this 1.07. So finally, I get 631.46. Now, if you wanted to do these two together, times 1.10 times 1.07, you could do that. I just broke it down step by step, and I'll label my steps too. This is the final cost for your insurance.
So if you could put them together, does that mean you could do the tax before the 10%? Like what, do those sorry before the?
No.
No?
No.
But you can do them together?
Right.
Okay.
Because the government wants the tax on the 10% too, right?
So how would that apply if they're put together then?
You'd end up with the same final cost, but if you were figuring out your PST separately, it would come to a different PST. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I asked you what's the PST, just PST, for example, or the 7%, it would have to be on the final cost, right? Because the government wants that 7% on that 200 deductible as well. When you finally, I think when you get your bill from the insurance company, they have everything separated out, right? And they say, what's your PST, what was your, all the costs. Like when you look at your bills from a grocery store even, right at the very bottom, they'll have the PST and the GST separated out. Anyway. Okay, so lots of steps, right? I feel like this is just a big lesson on how to use your calculator. So let's just see what this was. This was the extra. Okay. I'm going to just, so for my notes, this was for the extra insurance. And by extra, I mean when you have to go off the charts. It'd be nice if they gave us charts to use that went up to 200,000, right? Then we wouldn't have to do this step, but they don't. And then this is for the $200 deductible. And you only have to do this if you request a $200 deductible, right? Whoops, deductible. And then this is adding the PST, which is all, for every insurance question, you have to add the PST on it. Okay. It's a lot of steps. Yeah. And we're going to have to do the same thing for house insurance too when we do those examples. If a person chooses to get really expensive house insurance, or if they have to get really expensive house insurance because their house is worth so much money, right? We have to do the same steps. So that's why I wanted to kind of break this up. I'm going to give you guys a bit of time now in class so I can kind of walk around and Jane and I can help people out if they need a bit of help.